musical memory?
My first
this
musical memory was one of those things where I don't actually remember that, but there's a photograph, so I kind of have that association, which is of me knocking something out of a guitar when I was about 18 months, dribbling all over it at that stage. And that I think is my first musical association. So yeah, it took 12 years though to start to pick it up.
Yeah.
Didn't start learning guitar too much later.
Boy, he's got a good memory, isn't he? Ali, what about you?
I think it was here in Hotel California,
Yeah.
like the Mark 114.
I used to have one of them.
Hearing the guitar solo. That's my earliest.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was that?
It's all 1970 something. I'm not saying any more than that.
Okay, let's move swiftly on Helen.
I come from, I suppose, quite a musical family. My sister was here a few weeks ago with Mark with Haggleback. So I had a great uncle Jim who played the violin, and he used to bring it to family get-togethers, and we used to have tambourines and shakers, and we used to do like big sing-around. So I think that's kind of what inspired me at first.
Oh, we can't ask Mark a second question because he came up with a Haggleback.
Was it the same? Did I answer that one?
I don't know if we...
Test his memory, see if he comes up with a different one.
Anyway, it was probably my dad singing.
Yeah.
So he used to sing quite a bit.
Right.
Probably sing along to all the Fancy Brothers albums and things like that.
Beth?
Yeah, my family was musical as well, so my dad played the banjo, and I've got a twin sister, so I remember singing with her very badly at the age of 4, mainly old MacDonald and things like that. We had these little ukuleles that we would absolutely thrash and make terrible noise. But yeah, growing up was loads and loads of music.
You're going from ukulele to double bass?
Yeah, slight difference there.
What about your first ever gig then? The first ever gig you went to and the first ever gig you did?
First ever gig I went to was Patti Smith.
Yeah.
In 1976. Yeah.
Where was that?
The Rainbow in London. It was great. I wasn't very well after it. It was an amazing gig.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that was fantastic. And then the first gig was actually at my school. I was in a band there. At the tender age of 14, I think we had our first gig to the school, and that was it was fantastic. We played mostly Dylan and mostly Dylan associated things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really good. Did it for charity, raising money for things.
Okay. Ali?
First gig I went to was Madness at Malvern Winter Gardens.
Wow.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And the first gig I did was at West Malvern Village Hall.
Right.
It's 15, 16, I think.
Yeah.
My first band, which was a progressive rock band.
Wow.
And I played guitar for that.
You weren't just wearing tights on that occasion?
No, not on that.
That was a different
band.
Oh yeah. What's all this red tights then?
Not tonight, obviously.
Obviously.
Well, you never know. That one's myself.
My first, I don't know, I went to a few folk gigs growing up, but then I remember going to the Civic Hall in Wolverhampton, seeing bands like Capercaillie and Runrig when I was a teenager. Then my first gig was with my friends Ruth and Hester at Seamus O'Donnell's. Ruth's dad on guitar doing folk music basically, and so probably very, very nervous, but it's good fun.
Mark?
The first gig I went to was, I think, The Pretenders at Malvern Winter Gardens.
What a heritage for first gigs. Like,
Yeah.
That's such a high standard for you to follow now. Like,
I think this is the best group ones we've had.
yeah.
Yeah, first gig I played was probably as a result of busking with a friend of mine on the fiddle. I ended up playing in some residency at some restaurant in Worcester.
Which restaurant was that?
It was called Le Frog.
Le Frog.
Wow.
People going in there for quite romantic meals, and there's me and John Smith churning out lots of tunes all the time.
Where was that then? Le Frog?
It was down Broad Street,
Right.
down the bottom end. towards
Yeah.
the bridge.
Oh, right.
It only lasted about a year, I think, then went back.
No coincidence there at all.
Beth, follow that then.
I know, I can't really
Are you
follow
going to let
that.
them down or not?
Yeah, I'm going to let them down. My first gig, proper gig that I went to was the Beautiful South, actually. I was a bit of a fan before. And first gig that I played properly, that wasn't like a school band kind of thing, was Warwick Bluegrass Club. And I think I was 16, So it was my first bluegrass gig in a band.
What's the best gig you guys have done so far?
Ask us which from the worst one.
Yeah, let's just come to the worst one. Do you want me to do the
We've
worst
got some
one?
good ones.
So I'd like to hear.
I'd say the West first.
West Fest.
And the Worcester Music Festival at the Guildhall last year was good as
Yeah.
well, wasn't it?
My favourites were the Lamb Flag. I love playing Lamb Flag.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the punters there are always so vocal, both during and after, which
Yeah.
is
What I like is we take up half the pub
Yeah.
and they take up the rest of the
Exactly. I was telling Mark about it. I was trying to see Agglebag down there. He was nowhere near I could get. I could get in the alleyway, and that was it. It was squeezing room only.
Also do very off the Guinness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Worst gigs then. Come on now. I know you're dying to tell me. Oh.
I played to nobody in
Nobody?
another band.
Really?
In a pub, just nobody
All
came
night,
in the room.
or-
Yeah, absolutely. The entire set. Someone looked in
Yeah.
and kind of went out again. So
There was one that Rupert's talked about, which I wasn't there. The waxing event.
Oh yeah, that was...
Oh my goodness.
Yes, playing whilst people were waxed.
Yeah.
Really?
That was completely and utterly bizarre. It
It
was
started off as part of Movember, didn't it?
Yeah.
Two guys had gone in,
Right.
in sponsor to have their
Okay.
moustaches ripped off. It ended up with all sorts of body parts being...
it would have been fine if we were just playing traditional sort of Irish and Scottish tunes and things, but having to sing against the roars of laughter that went with it was just a bit kind of challenging, really.
Yeah.
That was very funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got? I think you know what you're going to say here. Have you got a favourite place you like to play?
Favourite place
Yeah.
I like to play.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Yeah, actually, yeah. But,
Chestnut. Well, we have yet to do that one, but I'm sure,
yeah.
I'm sure that'll be it.
Yeah.
looking forward to our next appearance at major festivals now.
Do a lot of festivals.
We did one this summer, which was
Yeah.
West
was
Fest,
great.
yeah.
It was West Fest, yeah, it was really good fun.
Yeah.
And we're up for all sorts of things, really.
Yeah. Right, okay. Anyone listening? They're on for everything. Okay, so get buzzing there if you've got a question for them. Right, time for another one? Yeah, what we're going to do?
Not one that I started.
Look out, number.
Okay, yeah.
Swap over.
I'm going to swap places.
Oh yeah, right, okay.
Happens to swap over.
It's like musical chairs, but without the chairs.
Yeah.